All right, welcome in everybody. We got a special Tuesday night edition. It's just me and the man himself, DJ Primo. Man, I love LSU episodes, and it's even better when I get to dive in one on one with a upcoming stud like this. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me on.
What's it like having the coolest name in college baseball? I'm just curious.
I wouldn't say that, but it's definitely unique. I haven't really seen anybody except for Landon Marceau. He's got a good last name too.
Right, y'all have the EAUX, but I mean like primo, like I mean that's just premium, like, and then you got DJ, shortening off, your first and middle initials. I like it. I dig it. It's gonna be on a
Thank you.
poster soon behind me, so we good.
Yeah, of
Uh, but
course.
let's before we get in your story, let's break the ice. Let's talk about a couple things. This first one wasn't even planned. I'm in an LSU group message right now. It's a bunch of guys of all mixed ages. And so they asked me a question about Snapchat, and I said, I don't Snapchat. I'm too old for that. So it led to a conversation about when is it too old to Snapchat. So I asked you as a college guy, at what point does someone get too old to Snapchat?
Uh, um, I don't know. I think it's up to the person. I mean, I'd probably say 50,
Oh no,
50.
I feel like no, you're giving too much. You're trying to make the people who do Snapchat that shouldn't be.
Yeah,
I
yeah, because
think if you like
I know
over
a lot of
30.
people. Yeah, I know a lot of older folks who use Snapchat, so trying to give them some leeway. But yeah, I think it just depends on the person, you know.
Yeah, I would say, I could even go as far as just saying once you out of college, but definitely at past your 30s. But I feel pretty good. I don't even let my daughter do it simply because I've heard some horror stories, and so I'm the mean dad that don't let her do it, and I'm okay
I
with it.
mean, yeah, that's understandable.
But let's transition to football, man. I don't know if you've been watching it. NFL playoffs been going on. If you have been watching it, do you have a team you think's going to win it all?
Um, I have not been keeping up, but I've heard a lot about the Ravens. I know Lamar Jackson's doing really well, so I'll go with them. They're my pick to win it all. They
Did you
seem
at
to be on the roll.
least did you at least see the Jason Kelsey picture? At least tell me you see that.
I could have. I could have.
He is cheering on his brother in Buffalo, shirtless,
Oh yeah, yeah,
full
yeah,
manly hairy chest out there. Like it's man, I wouldn't go out there no matter how many layers I'm wearing. And this man, grown man out there, no shirt on. Shout out to
yeah,
him, support his brother. That ain't me. Glad I ain't got to do all that.
yeah. That's number one fan right there for sure.
Absolutely. So as far as music right now, is there a musician or a band right now that's just like your go-to, whether it's, working out, or in the truck, what's your go-to right now?
Yeah. So let's see. Whenever I'm driving around, it really just depends on the day. Most of the time, I just throw on my little playlist I have. It's a bunch of different artists. I'm really like hip hop and rap and all that. But whenever I'm pitching, I like to get in the zone, I guess you could say,
Mhm.
with like heavy metal kind of. So like Prong, Metallica, all of them, Slipknot, just like heavy metal. I don't know, just gets me in the zone.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. So, talking about being in the zone, I picture who possibly could be, an athlete that, is your favorite. Now, it could be somebody who's not a baseball player, but usually pitchers, it's usually a pitcher. Who's your favorite athlete you like to watch?
Mm, if I had to pick one, I'd say Prince Fielder.
Nice.
Prince
It
Fielder.
is not a pitcher. It is just an elite hitter.
Yeah, yeah. He just looks like he's got a good vibe to him. So I just like watching him.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a good guy.
solid, solid answer. But, let's get into your story now. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Baton Rouge, about 25 minutes away from Alex Box Stadium.
There it is, man. Made for LSU. I love it, So, talking about family, I was doing some research. Man, if I read it right, are you the youngest of five siblings?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure am.
So what's that like growing up being the little guy?
Definitely get pushed around a lot. I mean, you just learn to grow up kind of quick and, fend for yourself, I guess you could say.
Yeah, did it make you, ultimately, sharper, tougher in life, being able to, I mean, you got to endure it from an early age at home.
Oh yeah, you talk like we talk about like learning to take a punch a lot, and that's kind of how it all happened. I mean, you got to learn to just take a punch.
The question that everybody always wants to know on big families is now that you are the age you are, who's the best athlete of the five of you?
Oh, I'd have to say me probably. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that it's always dependent upon age, but now since you're the youngest and you're up there in age and you're getting into your athletic prime,
yeah,
you can even it out.
yeah.
All right. So when it comes to, young dude growing up, at what point do you start playing baseball? Are you one of those guys picked up a bat before you could really walk, or is it one of those things kind of started later?
Yeah, so I started playing baseball 4 or 5 years old. Started off with T-ball or whatever. Guess I fell in love with it. I guess I was pretty good back then too, so I just kind of stuck with it, and here I am today.
Yeah, so growing up, you're a ball player early. You talk about being just, 20, 25 minutes from Alex Box. Is that something that you did? Did you ever go watch LSU growing up?
Oh yeah, of course, all the time. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many games I've been to, and just being out there in the atmosphere, there's really nothing like it. Being able to experience it from a fan standpoint, and now getting to experience it from a player standpoint, I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you were going to those games, and maybe you were too young to remember then, I don't know. Obviously, if you probably went for a long time. Where's there ever an LSU athlete to just like you said, I want to be that guy one day?
Um, seeing guys like Aaron Nola and all them that they come through, Ray Frimes, seeing all them play, Mason Katz, just to name a few, all them growing up, watching them play. I mean, they're like they were the stars back then, and now you have the opportunity to be somebody like them. So yeah, I'd like to follow in their footsteps, I guess you could say.
Yeah, if you were to follow in Aaron Nola's footsteps, you'd be really good.
Oh yeah.
You'd be taken care of all the way up to the pros, so no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, so what high school did you attend?
Me and Mikhail Hillier actually went to the same high school. We went to Central High School.
I got you. And so while you were going to high school, obviously I got your high school baseball stats coming up. Were you playing travel ball at the same time?
Yes, sir. I was during summer.
All right, and who were you playing travel ball for?
I was playing for Elite Squad. It's kind of a southern kind of group, just a bunch of people from around the southern states.
I got you. All right, so I got here you were ranked as the number one left-handed pitcher and the number seven overall player in the state of Louisiana by perfect game. Ranked as the 90th ranked left-handed pitcher in the nation by perfect game. First team All-State, All-District pitcher at Central High. Posted a 10-4 record on the mound your senior season with a 1.51 ERA, 133 strikeouts in 86 innings. Oh, by the way, you also played the outfield and posted a 433 batting average. So, you playing travel ball, obviously that gets you noticed. You're putting up these, gaudy stats, and then you have that kind of ranking from perfect games. So at what point, do you realize like, hey, man, I can do this very successfully on the next level?
Yeah, so I guess I really didn't realize it until kind of my senior year. That was kind of whenever I took like a little level up, I guess you could say, as a player, and really started to realize like, hey, I mean, I'm I'm getting better at this, and probably should stick with it for as long as I can. So yeah, just took it day by day, try to get a little bit better every day, and that's where I am now.
Yeah, so you start getting colleges recruiting you. Obviously, I don't even got to ask you, was LSU at the top, but was there other schools that you actually genuinely gave consideration to?
Uh, I mean, yes and no. They got on me pretty early, so I kind of just went with it. And I mean, I heard from some other schools, but I'm 25 minutes away from here. This is the pinnacle of college baseball.
But I
So
always tell the advice I always say is, when we talk to guys who haven't necessarily committed yet, go take the visits, even if you're never going to go there. Let them wine and dine you, make them believe, and
yeah,
just still pick LSU. Get a free trip, visit a campus.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good point. The thought never crossed my mind back then. I was so set on coming here. So
So when you get that call from LSU, which is where you've always wanted to go, what's that feeling like?
Um, Hazel. That's all right. That's my dog making all that racket. I'm sorry.
Typical LSU players. Going back to our very first LSU episode was Cade Beloso almost 4 years ago, and his cat walked across the screen. So you're good.
That's funny. But I'm sorry. What was the question? Hazel messed me up.
No, you're good. When you get that phone call to go to the school that you've always want to go to, what's that emotions like?
Oh, so yeah, I mean, it's just like immense gratitude, I guess you could say. Like I really couldn't think of a better opportunity for myself and my family. Um, I mean, a lot goes into picking the college that you're going to spend the next like few years at. So just thinking about my family and like, could they come watch me play, all that, and trying to, build the best life I could out of what I got. So I really just decided then that it was like a really good opportunity for me, and I didn't think anything else would be any better. So
Yeah, no doubt. So you ultimately end up where you want to be. And, interesting that I just brought up Cade Beloso because I start thinking about when we talk to guys who come from a certain area and they have a college like that, they always want to go to and they get there. What were the emotions like? Because I remember his episode like it was yesterday. He talked about when he got out there, he was excited, but then he was like, oh shit, man, like I'm out here in Alex Box playing. And I was like, man, I hope I don't mess up. Did you have kind of that same thing, or like were you like just ready to go, not worried about any of that?
yeah, I'd say I feel like every college freshman goes through that at least one point, especially in a Power Five conference like we are. I mean, you see like the big huge stadium and everything playing in front of a lot of people, and you're like, wow. I mean, so much could go wrong, but I think that's part of growth as an individual. Is just trying to block all that out and just seeing like, hey, I have a task in front of me. I got to complete this task to help my team win. So just being able to put all that behind you um, could help you be better as a player, and that's just what the mindset I tried to adopt.
Right. So, last year, at what point is the decision made? You talking to the coaching staff where y'all say, it's good that it'll be good for you to redshirt, that year and just be able to take that year and be a part of the system, learn and watch and take it all in.
Yeah. So I mean, after the fall, um, did a lot of reflecting on myself, had a couple conversation with the staff, and um, had a few difficulties with my body and stuff, just like some nagging injuries. So decided to get those squared away, go ahead and take a redshirt year and just get an opportunity to like learn about what this place is all about and get my feet wet and being here, getting schedules, all that, being on top of everything. And just got a hold of everything, came back, um, worked a lot over the summer and came back in the fall and did what I needed to do. So I feel like I'm in a good position now.
Yeah, absolutely. We had Anson Eros on from Oregon last night, and he redshirted his freshman year. And we commonly talk to guys, and they talk about the ability to be able to learn. But you in your situation really got. I mean, you're talking about a championship team, and you're talking about some big name pitchers. And so, what was it like to be around guys like Skeens, Floyd, Hurd, and I think about Cooper being a lefty out of the pen.
Mm.
Being able to learn and watch from these guys. I mean, just obviously it's exciting, but for you, it's a educational, like, right? Like you're being able to take in all that stuff. So just how
Yeah,
important was it for you to be able to learn from them?
yeah. I mean, it was great. I mean, you're learning from some of the best pitchers in college baseball last year. I mean, you got guys like Skeens. I mean, they could go down as one of the best pitchers in all of college baseball in history. So, I mean, just being able to see like their daily routine, what they're doing, what they're not doing, and like understanding like where their success came from, and being able to add that into your routine and to help you become a better player and a better individual.
Yeah, and so I was at the ring ceremony, and I seen you when you came out, and you were smiling just as big as anybody else. So regardless of the red shirt, you were a part of that team. You did earn your ring. So how good did it feel to get that championship ring, even though it was a red shirt season?
It felt, I mean, very good. I mean, that's a once in a lifetime thing. Being able to win a national championship at any level is really an amazing accomplishment. So just being happy for where I am and um, how it led me to be where I am today. I mean, I love that team. That team was great. And last year was awesome. So, but all you can do is move forward. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and so you talked about, playing in the summer. Obviously, you play for the Rougarou. What was that experience like? Obviously, you said it helped you get ready. But I'm not as familiar with, that summer league. How many innings were you able to get in? Tune yourself up.
Yeah, so I got about 8 to 10 good innings in me. Went about like 2 innings every week or so, and continuously rehabbing the injuries I had previously while I was doing it. But it was able to. I hadn't faced game pitching in a while. I mean, you think about it throughout the season. I mean, we throw a few bullpens here and there, but nothing crazy. So just being able to, pitch in game and get that in game atmosphere was really good. I'm glad that I was able to, play in that league and contribute.
Yeah, absolutely. And this fall I was able to make numerous scrimmages. Y'all had exhibitions, got to see you pitch on a couple different occasions, and you looked real good by my account. And so you said you felt good. So, I mean, you've got to be feeling really optimistic and good coming in this season. I read an article right up on you saying that you're going to be a big key out of the bullpen. And you look at the depth that, this pitching staff has. Yeah, y'all have dudes for days. The list is so long, and especially lefties. It's wild when you look at the amount of lefties y'all got on the roster. But man, I mean, just how excited are you to, especially with how you pitched in the fall, to be able to get in there, especially when it's your turn and show them what you got.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows, we got a really deep pitching staff here, and just sorry,
You're
uh,
good.
she's but yeah, so yeah, we have a deep pitching staff, and it's really nice just to know that like I mean, from top to bottom, it's like anybody could be put in any situation, and you know that they're going to come out and they're going to give it their all, and they're going to have success. So, I mean, that's really good just to know that you got the trust from every guy on the staff, and that you can have all 20 something, however many pitchers we got, have them all contribute in some form or fashion. So,
Yeah, and you want everybody to stay healthy, but let's keep it real. If you watch college baseball, there's going to be injuries. They're not necessarily significant, but some that occur. So being able to give guys rest, adequate proper time to heal up, y'all have the depth to be able to do that, and it's just a nice luxury, something that y'all didn't have last year.
mhm,
Y'all lost a few guys and found yourself scrambling real early in the season, and so
mhm.
yeah, completely different than last year. Nice luxury to have. So this fall, given an idea of some of the batters you face, the listeners, especially the LSU fans, want to know who are some batters that you face that really impress you.
Um, I think about the returners from last year, guys like Jared Jones and Paxton Kling. They're making immense strides as a player, and they're getting better each and every day. I mean, we've got new guys like Mac. Mac is a really good player. A lot of the new freshmen. I mean, we got a lot of freshmen coming in that they looking to make an impact, and um, they all look really good. I mean, it from top to bottom. I think everybody can make a contribution. It's just whoever's hot and win.
Yeah, you don't have the Dylan Cruz, the Dugas, the guys below so who have been kind of staples there. It's wide open. I feel like for the batting lineup, minus a few key guys, and you mentioned a couple of them. Opportunity. I think it's the iron sharpens iron. Beginning of the season, y'all have guys that are going to battle, and I like that. Like you're on the same team, but you're battling for that playing time, and I think guys are going to push each other to be the best versions of themselves, especially in that batting lineup. As far
Hmm.
as the pitching staff, I know every single one of you guys top to bottom, but like I said, our listeners may not outside of those top dudes. So dropping Hurd and Holman and Jump guys like that. Obviously, people know about Herring and Gidry on the back end. Name a couple other pitchers maybe people aren't as familiar with that have been really impressive this fall.
Um, yeah. So I think guys like Aiden Moffett, he's improved tremendously. Um, I'd say a lot of the new transfers coming in. Justin Lower from Xavier. I mean, Cade Woods from Alabama. Um, you know, a lot of guys. I mean, it seems like every single guy can go out there and get out. Fidel, he transferred in from a JUCO. Guys, I mean, it's going to be like you're going to not hear this guy's name, and then the next day you're going to hear me. You're going to be like, wow, they just blew that out of the water. Like it's going to be crazy to watch, really.
So how excited have you mentioned those transfers. I mean, I bet they're stoked. Like, I mean, I get that you're good programs and they probably have, relationships there, but when you come to LSU, it's the school you've always wanted to go to, and it's 7 national championships. You're playing at Alex West. I mean, just how excited have them dudes been to be there and be a part of that culture?
Oh yeah, they're really excited. I mean, um, I think none of them have been anywhere like this place, and just being able to play here and play for these fans. I don't think they've gotten a real sense of uh, the fan people yet, but they're gonna get it, and it's gonna be funny to see them like see all the energy and stuff that happens on the field. So I'm excited for them.
So as far as schedule, and this will be the last thing I ask about, you look and you got like Florida and you got Vandy and some other teams, which team, are you looking forward to coming the most? Is it the obvious? Is it Florida or is it somebody else maybe for you?
Um, yeah, I'd say really any SEC opponent. I mean, definitely, of course, Florida, but yeah, just like really any SEC opponent. I mean, it's going to bring a great atmosphere, and it's going to be like really fun to play in. So I just can't wait for those series, and also the ones in Minute Maid. That'll be really fun too. That experience is, I'm sure there's going to be nothing like it. So
Last time I was in Minute Maid, Jordan Thompson hit that absolute scud 2 years ago that I was
dang.
sitting with George Cruz and we couldn't believe it came off Jordan Thompson's bat because I mean that thing had it not been in a closed off stadium like that, that thing
Mhm.
was going 500 feet. I mean he absolutely smoked that thing in for a walk off. And yeah, I liked Minute Maid, especially the LSU versus Texas game. Both teams fan bases traveled well. It got really loud. But speaking of the fan bases and travel well, I was going to ask you about this one. I'll be at both of these. And when you look at the top 3 stadiums in the country, in my opinion, no matter what order you put them in, it's Duty Noble, Alex Box, and Baum Walker. And y'all do got to go to Baum Walker and Duty Noble. Obviously it's on the road, but you got to be excited, man. You're talking about two of the biggest stadiums in the country. How excited are you to go on the road in those SEC environments and hopefully getting the opportunity to pitch and you show them what you got?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a great experience. I mean, the LSU fans they're going to follow us wherever we go, so it's going to be like a little bit of home's coming with us whenever we go over there. I'm sure that there won't be all the other teams' color in the stands. It's probably going to be half and half, maybe even a little bit more LSU sometimes. So, I think it's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to be there.
Yeah, I helped change that a little bit. My son is a Mississippi State fan, and he made the mistake of making a bet with me, and now he has to wear purple and gold to the series against Mississippi State, which he's trying to find his way out of. And I'm going to teach him a lesson. 11 years old, I got hold him accountable. He made the bet,
Yeah,
so they told him he wasn't going to be welcome in left field lounge and get fed if he did. And I was like, y'all wouldn't really do that to him, so I'm making him wear his purple and gold, even as a Mississippi State fan.
yeah. Well, I'm sure he won't be the only one. So,
I mean, the best story, the reason why they love him, they call him legendary. 2 years ago, when Dylan Cruz hit the go-ahead bomb in the ninth on them that Friday night, I went and met them out at the buses. And I was standing there with George, and Dylan came up to give him a fist bump. And my son pulled his hand back. Dylan Cruz pulls his hand back and tells him Hail State. And I looked at him and I was like, man, I don't even know who you are. Like, I was so embarrassed. I was like, this is the best player in college baseball. And you just stiffed that man on a fist bump for real?
that's
Fast.
funny.
But it's all good. They've made up since then. We hung out in Omaha this past year, so they're
Yeah.
good. But with that, man, let's get into a game. Don't want to keep you too long tonight, man. Just kind of have fun, lighthearted. This or that is brought to you by Chinook Seedery. I'm sure you're familiar, man. Have you had Chinook Seedery?
Oh yeah, we got them in the dugout during the games. They're really good.
Absolutely. What is your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor would have to be dill pickle because I like the
Oh
season.
my goodness,
Seasoning's
you and
so good.
Ty Floyd. Oh my God,
It's
Ty.
amazing.
I
I
make
don't
fun
know.
of Ty Floyd because he's the only one, and now here you come.
Yeah, it's so good. I don't know, just something about it. Like whenever, especially when it gets to the bottom of the bag, Oh my gosh, great.
My host has been doing combos on our Monday episode every week, and he's coming up with clever names like Smoking Toast and Bougie Cowboy. Well, last night he tried to mix dill pickle and smokehouse barbecue, and he gave it the lowest rating he's given any of them. He said the dill pickle just completely smothered the barbecue. He couldn't taste it at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, that
So
doesn't sound good.
yeah, no, dill pickle is probably not going to be good for mixing, but he's got to try everything. He's got to see what he can find.
Yeah.
But with that, like I said, this game is brought to you by them. This or that. It's very simple. I give you options. You pick one or the other. Can't say neither. Can't say both. So here we go. First one. Chicken or beef tacos.
Beef.
All right. So if you took beef or steak tacos.
Ooh, steak.
Definitely. All right. So weird question, but we like it. Liquid
Yeah,
soap or bar soap?
bar soap for sure.
Oh my God. Me, you, and Vance Honeycutt. We found another one. Let's
Yeah.
go. All right. Purple uniforms or gold uniforms?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with gold.
I like the gold too, but last year purple met Paul Skeens, so it was tough. Like I wanted
Yeah,
to see purple.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, what's more fun, a costume party or a pool party?
Definitely a pool party.
All right, I agree. Now I'm gonna really put you through it. All right,
All right.
first we're gonna go Joe bombs against belly bombs. Which ones are better?
Hmm, that's a tough one. Um, I'd have to go with belly bombs.
All right, cruise missiles against Tommy tanks. Who has better home runs?
I'm gonna go with Tommy just because they go so far. It's pretty crazy to
Well,
see.
it's interesting you would pick that because now you think about Omaha, you think about the home runs. Belly
Yeah,
bombs or Tommy? What we got? Well, we got the tanks or the belly bombs?
Tommy. Gotta be Tommy.
Go Tommy. Joe Bear has been my favorite player, and that's my boy, and so I'm a fan of Joe bombs. Plus, it looks so good off a lefty's bat. Like you,
Oh
and I
yeah.
know you as a lefty probably appreciates it. So
Oh yeah. I mean, respect to all of them. They all look great to me. So
no doubt. All right, would you rather be lost in a jungle or trapped in a haunted house? They both suck, to be
right
clear.
in the jungle for sure.
Man, hey, look, you're an LSU
I've,
Tiger, but Mike the Tiger is not caged in the jungle.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I know. I don't know the haunted house. I don't like haunted houses.
I wouldn't either, especially if it was real.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Private yacht or private jet?
Private yacht.
Yes, man, you're answering these things right. I'm all down. Yeah,
Yeah.
minus the Joe Bomb one. I'll let that slide though. All right, be the number one overall pick or win a national championship.
Hmm. Win another one.
Yeah, I used to say it's crazy to think that you'd want to win a championship over be the number one pick, but we have our other show, Pros and Joes, and Skeens and Floyd came on together, and I asked him would he rather have his national championship or the first pick and the $10 million, and he said he would not trade the national championship and all the memories that came with it for the
Yeah,
first
for
pick or the
sure.
money. And so when you have a guy who actually's been through that, and they tell you they still take the championship. It's like, all right, he knows, like, and I'm gonna go with him on that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, you are off the hot seat. Before you get out of here, is there anything you want to plug or promote?
No, not really. I think I'm all good.
All right. Well, if you want to see what DJ's up to, you can follow him on IG at DJ Primo. Add an extra X on there or LSU Baseball, one of the best, creative teams you can get. The hype videos, the schedules, everything's always out there. Follow LSU Baseball, especially if you're a fan. Go over to Twitter, check out anything hashtag the Powerhouse. Looking forward to you guys trying to repeat as national champions. I'm going to be there for at least three, if not four home series. And then, like I said, I'm gonna see you boys away at Mississippi State and Arkansas, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see you on the mound, see what you can do. So, man, just hope that you can stay healthy this season and man, be able to, do the things that you hope to do.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Jim.
Man, no problem. All right, that's DJ Primo, everybody. If you like hearing his story or you just like hearing Average Joe's talk X's and O's, please like and share the podcast on Facebook, retweet us on Twitter. Listen and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. As always, ratings, comments, feedback is always welcome. We will see everyone tomorrow night, episode 13 with Ty Atkins. We're going to travel out to Hawaii. They start the season with Ole Miss. We're going to get his story. But in the meantime, remember, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.